Pi in the last few hours have moved significantly, break this level of important resistance, move upward. Will this move continue all the way to the upside? And if you come right here on coin bubbles, from the first cryptocurrency by ranking to the 100, if you look at the past 1 hour, Pi have done 6.1%, and the highest if you look at every other coin right here. So will this coin continue this movement all the way to the upside? And 2 days from now is the Pi day, that is on the 14th. Can we see this very move sustain to the Pi day, and will Binance list Pi on the exchange before or on Pi day? All of these and many more in this very video. Watch this video all the way to the very end. The first thing here is, if you look at this very market, I was talking about market breaking here, most especially if we see this candle close out of this very fair value gap. And if you look at this very point critically, it is covered that there was a fair value gap right here, which is still here. However, the market has mitigated and also closed outside of the fair value gap. If you look at this very move all the way to the downside, market move from here to the downside, and we see this market enter into the fair value gap and mitigate the fair value gap. So the fair value gap is at this very point. Let me draw it out to be very specific. This is the fair value gap right here. Okay, so fair value gap at this very point, if you look at this very candle, market move into the fair value gap right here with this very bullish candle, but did not close above the fair value gap, which is what I made mention of in my immediate last video, that if we can see the market close above the fair value gap, then that means market is going to continue in the upward direction. You can watch that video, and that was my immediate last Pi video. So this very candle right here closed outside of the fair value gap, and for that reason market should continue this movement upward. And that is the exact same thing we are saying right now. Market is going to continue this move upward into this other gap right here, which is this shelf is very important. Okay, we have another gap which is not a good gap to consider in trading right here. Okay, this very area is a very important point, which is where the market is targeting right now. And we have this very shelf right at this very point, and this shelf right here. Okay, so this very point is a very important level on the price action. So what I am expecting on the pie chart, since we've seen the market close outside of this very fair value gap, we should see the market come into this very level. Very importantly, okay, market should move upward and enter into this very area, and we should see correction from here, then the next move to the upside, and that is when I'm going to take a buy position again. And one other thing that is very important here is that market have capability of moving upward, that is move upward and collect liquidity out of this very point, okay, before retracement. So there is liquidity right here, and there is another liquidity right at this very point as well. So market can move upward, collect liquidity from here and come back down, or move a little bit upward, collect liquidity from this very area, and then correction. But what I am waiting for to take any position on Pi is for correction to come in first and first. I should see correction of this very move that is on the Pi chart right now. So market is going to move upward into this area and then come back down before the next move to the upside. And after that retracement, I'm going to take a buy position all the way to the upside, because as at that time, I should see the reason why I should enter a position for the next move all the way to the upside on Pi. The most important thing is, if you come to coin bubbles right here, in the last 1 hour, Pi have done 6.1% among the first to the 100 cryptocurrency by market capitalization. And if you come to 1 day, you see Pi have done 20.2%, which is the highest, okay, followed by this, then this, and then we see Pepe doing great, 8.5%, and Tire doing 13%. One other thing that is very important on this price action is that if you look at this very point, market is going to move upward as we are seeing right now, and market retracement can come down to this very point before continuation. This point is important because this is where we see the fair value gap and the market close above it, so it can act as a support. Remember, this was resistance at this very point, and this can now act as a support for the market to move upward when we see that retracement come into the market. And this is very important, so pay attention to this market continuing this very move upward into this very area of important resistance. This is what I am now paying attention to on the pie chart, and after this move I will consider taking a trade after the market corrects and then the next move to the upside, because I believe this is what the market is going to do in the next few days. And if you look at the Bitcoin price chart, you discover that the market made this little recovery yesterday, and right now we are seeing this little correction. However, there is a very important point to pay attention to on the price action, and if we see this very area breakout, then I am very sure that the market is going to move in the bullish direction. Now, this point is a fair value gap right here. This fair value gap have not been closed. Market just come here and there was a mitigation by this very candle. Market come back down, and as you can see right here, there is a mitigation as well. Market is coming back down right now, and what we need to pay attention to is for the market to come upward and form a bullish candle that close above this fair value gap. Once we see a bullish candle that close above this fair value gap, it means that the market have capability of moving all the way to the upside. And one important level as well we need to pay attention to as market is moving upward is this very area. And like I said in my immediate last video, if we can see the market go above this very point of consolidation, because this is a very nice point of interest. Why? Because it is from here that the market broke out in the past and have this significant drop all the way to the downside. So from here, market come back all the way to the downside, and right now we are retesting this fair value gap. So first thing first, there should be a bullish candle that close above this fair value gap, and then market should break here. Once we see that, then the next target for me is this very point of important resistance, this very area of $90,000. This is very important price action to pay attention to if you are a technical analyst, because if the market did not go above this very fair value gap with a bullish candle, that means we should expect the market come here and then come back down, which is very important. So first thing first, pay attention to the market breaking out of this very fair value gap with a bullish candle. Once you see that, then this very area can break by collection of liquidity, and market can move all the way to this very area of $90,000 and $91,000, this very resistance. So pay attention to this, guys, because this is very important for the market moving upward. A recap on this very price action on Pi is that Pi is going to move upward into this very area, just like we are seeing right now, and liquidity will be collected before that retracement is going to come in, before the next move upward. And I'll be waiting for the retracement to come in before taking any position on the Pi coin. And the next thing is for Bitcoin to move upward, and we should see this very fair value gap right here close with a bullish candle for the market to have significant move upward. Okay, because if we see that, market is going to continue upward, just like we see the fair value gap for Pi right here close with this very bullish candle right here, and the market continue in that very direction. So this is what you need to pay attention to right now. A lot of people are talking about Binance listing Pi on Pi Day. That is just 2 days from now, on the 14th. Personally, I don't think that listing is going to come. It may come in the near future, but right now, I don't think the listing of Pi on Binance is going to come on Pi Day. I may be wrong, but from what I am seeing, I don't think that is possible on Pi Day. That is just 2 days from now. So this is very important right now, guys, and this is what you need to pay attention to moving forward on the Pi chart. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe right now if you have not, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for all that crypto content. Thanks for your support.